Hey guys, it's Kyra with Angelic Elixirs doing a general reading. So I do have a few messages today. So someone here or a few people may be having to physically defend themselves against their abuser. Like someone here, I see somebody like is standing up for themselves basically. Um, in some cases, someone is even like laying them out. Like I'm not seeing somebody like straight up punching somebody, but like basically somebody tries to go for them, and it's like the abuser is sitting in a chair, and somebody has to like push their hand up to their neck, and it like pushes them back in their chair, like pushes them out of their chair, and this person falls back, and like their head like hits the ground. Or could be what someone is doing to someone else, like the abuser is doing to someone, but I'm getting the feeling like this is what somebody is doing to them. And for some people, I feel like this person, they even like blacked out for a few seconds. And even though the person was like hardcore abusing someone, and even though someone was like really traumatizing and tormenting somebody was still like concerned about their well-being. Somebody was still worried about if, yeah, I feel like somebody was like legit worried that they had killed them. Like somebody had almost started to check their pulse, but then the person wakes up and basically they like reach their hand up, and it's like they're kind of embarrassed a little bit, but they seem to have calmed down a little bit after that. They're kind of like surprised and grateful that you're even helping them up. But I feel like somebody here is seeing that you actually still kind of care about them, even though they're acting like a piece of shit. But for some people, I feel like someone has witnessed someone else being abused. Like I'm getting, for the first one, I feel like someone's abuser here may even be their own mother, like getting physically abusive with them. For other people, I feel like someone is witnessing someone else getting abused, definitely seeing a female getting abused. This may even be a sibling. But I feel like someone, even if you're not necessarily seeing it happen, I feel like somebody heard it. Like you could hear their screams. Wow. Yeah, split the deck. Ten of Swords. I wanted to use the Supernatural Tarot just because this conversational topic seemed a little darker, and I see this deck as being a little darker. I mean, obviously it's motherfucking supernatural, so. But yeah, I feel like for some people they heard someone like crying in agony and in pain, and it was like very unsettling. I mean, for the people who don't resonate with this or who haven't experienced anything like that, it's like that's hard to describe. You know, hearing someone in pain, hearing someone like damn near begging for their life. And so I feel like somebody here that intervened, like they couldn't sit around and do anything, even though it would kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, I was about to say temper the waters. We got temperance. Okay. Okay. But somebody here, they rocked the boat a little bit. They decided to act, to do something, to say something. Yeah, Sun card at the back of the deck. Somebody decided to actually, let me pull that out. Somebody decided to actually say something or do something about it. That's where it cuts off. I don't know what exactly they did or how they handled it. I don't know if they said something. For some people, I feel like someone inserted themselves between the person being abused and the abuser. Like I feel like somebody here, they were in the mindset where they would literally take the hits for this other person. For some people, I feel like it's a younger sibling even. So I don't like, this could be presently happening, or this has been something that's in the past. Maybe this is something that's still on somebody's mind from years ago. I don't know, but that's where we're at right now. But I feel like for some people also, this abuser had tricked them into moving into a home together. like they had said, made certain promises. Maybe some had said that they wouldn't act a certain way or things would be a certain way, or like, oh, it's such a good idea. We can all split the bills this way, and at first it seemed like a good idea. And somebody was like regretting it. Like, basically because this person started to clown. I just saw 7 swords and the devil. Yeah. Somebody started to clown and act a fucking fool. Somebody showed their real intentions. They just wanted everybody in the house so that they could have full control over the situation and nobody would be able to really do anything about it because everybody had invested their time and their money into this situation. So, for other people, I feel like there's someone who has also succumbed to the abuser. Like they're being abused, but now it's almost like, for some people it could be Stockholm Syndrome, but for other people I'm feeling like they don't see their way out of it, but they also enjoy not being the one that's on the receiving end. So it's like they side with the abuser, they blame someone else for why things happen, they use someone else as the scapegoat. Like that's kind of what I'm feeling here. But there is one person who is siding with the person, with you, if this is, about you, or with the person who has been through a monumental amount of abuse. There's one person who's not trying to slander your name or, put all kind of crazy shit out there, who actually believes in what you say and what you do. I actually want to grab something really freaking quickly. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. But, yeah, so some weird, heavy shit. Some very weird, heavy shit. Definitely, yeah. Even, I tried to pre-shuffle all the decks before I started. I'm just trying to play some games with at the top of the deck. Even behind that, we have subconscious entity, which in this case, I'm seeing it as anxiety. But I'm just trying to play some games. This is giving me sociopath vibes. Somebody who is liking to mess with someone's mental state of mind. Somebody likes to mess with somebody, throw them off kilter. Also, wow, okay, like I just was trying to do this shuffling. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcanas here. So this is like a very pivotal point in somebody's life. Like very huge changes. Like this, for some reason, is divinely guided, divinely orchestrated. Because then even the first card, don't believe every shitty thought you have. Thoughts can be lying, sneaking bastards. My first thought when I saw that was that somebody here feels like there's no way out. They feel like they will never get out of it. This is going to be their life forever. That they will have no say in it, and this is just how it's going to be. They'll probably die like this. I'm here to tell you, as someone who has been abused, it's motherfucking possible to get the fuck out of it. I swear to God, okay? Literally, there will be a way. So, I'm also feeling like, because there's so many major arcana, which, major arcana are all the, the devil card, the sun, the wheel, this, that, and the other. Those are like huge changes that are divinely orchestrated. Huge things that are put on your path for a reason that you're meant to overcome, versus minor arcana like Ten of Swords, which is stuff that is more like day-to-day shit, less intense. Yeah, it has like less intensity. And so I feel like, especially with this don't believe every shitty thought you got, like I feel like someone here is feeling like they won't be able to get out of it. But that's not the case. this isn't that case where you should believe in that. Believe that this was put on your path for a reason. And even if, for some people who have actually gotten out of the situation, looking back to it, it's almost like, why the fuck would I have been put through all of this dumbass shit? Like, what reason could there possibly be for me to have to fucking go through that? That's what I'm feeling. But for some, they're meant to speak out about it. They're meant to advocate for it. They're meant to help other people through it. People being in situations like that who have gotten out, who have been able to survive, these are some of the people that are able to recognize when other people are in those situations and be that lending hand, be that guiding light, be that helpful force for that person. So I don't know why I just had to go all the way in about that. But anyway, we have Rebel because fuck it, but this one came out in reverse. For some reason, I really started reading these in reverse when they come out like that. So I feel like someone is not doing something. Somebody is like conforming. Someone's trying to keep themselves small. That's what I'm getting with that. Somebody's trying to keep themselves quiet as to not be noticed, which is obviously understandable if you're dealing with someone who is being abusive, is you don't want to rock the boat in any type of way. You don't want to do or say anything that may draw unwanted attention from the person who's doing all this abusing. And so for some people, it may not even be physical. It could just be mental abuse. But with what I was seeing, I'm definitely feeling like it's definitely physical abuse. Or someone hearing somebody's like cries of terror. Also, for some reason, there's something about like handcrafted wooden pieces of art, wooden paintings. Like, what is it called when someone like whittles the wood and then there's like black painting in it. For some reason, something about a chicken wing. But then somebody is like making this as a gift for someone. There's like an older man. He has like grayish white hair. He's kind of like medium build. But it's an older man making this for someone that he feels is the love of his life. But he also, he's trying to personalize it, and there's something that he needs in order to make it like tailored to this specific woman. But he realizes he needs a key to open up a box that this is inside of. But he doesn't know where the key is. So he kind of just starts the project without having that key. I feel like that's for like a very specific fucking person. Maybe somebody here, somebody that they need a key to something. Maybe physically, like actually, literally, or even just metaphorically, like key to your heart, key to your mind. They need to understand something about you in order to, I don't know who that's for, but that last message. So yeah, but somebody's gossiping about it. Somebody knows that this is what they're trying to do. I don't know how they know, but they know this is what they're trying to do, and they're talking to someone about it. Like, they're surprised, but they're trying to pretend like they're not hurt about it. So whatever this person is doing to show his affections and love for someone, it makes someone feel unloved. I don't know why. Whatever. So we also have Ask a Freaking Expert. So don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a damn professional. So somebody here probably should really, especially if you're having that mindset, you don't see a way out. You don't know how to get out of the situation. You don't know what to do in this. It's like you don't know how to exit the situation. That's definitely when you should try to seek professional help, whether from a therapist, even doctors, like your primary care physician, can offer this type of help. I know most of the time with a lot of doctors' offices, even if you don't have health insurance, they allow you to have one primary care visit per year for free. So I feel like that would be a good opportunity for someone to explain the situation that's going on at home and get some good resources for how to get themselves out of it. So anyway, now we starting with the damn reading. So we have the Ten of Swords. While I was talking about all this, so clearly somebody is in the midst of some bullshit. I also feel like in this case, some people got involved in other people's mess, and now they're also in a whirlwind of shit, basically. But there's something about, with the world, something coming to a close. I don't know, I keep hearing curtain call. Someone may like legitimately be worried or like fearing for their life, like lights out, curtain closing. That kind of vibe is what I'm getting with that. But also, I just feel like someone here, because especially in this car, if they're driving, someone here may be getting in a car and just leaving in the middle of the night. Someone may also be driving to someone to offer some help. There's something significant about driving here. But somebody fell into something, fell into some mess, or has fallen into some mess, or they feel like they've fallen into some mess. And also with this card, because they're like literally falling into a chasm. I feel like somebody here feels like they're like falling for eternity, like they're always falling. It's always going on. It's always, they don't know where the end is. They don't know when they're going to reach the bottom. So that's the vibe I'm getting with that. Yeah, because then we even got the Five of Pentacles here, which Five of Pentacles in reverse, meaning that the hard times will soon be ending. Like, literally, as I'm talking about somebody, they don't know where the end is. They don't know when the end is coming. So I can't tell you specifically when that's going to happen. But I mean, especially looking at the rest of these cards here, it's fucking beautiful. But there is an ending coming to this. Like, there is some kind of hope. Someone may also be like recovering financially. Like maybe this person was like in control of someone's money. But Five of Pentacles also represents someone who's spiritually impoverished, which, when you go through certain sets of abuse and trauma, whether or not the person is spiritual or not, that is inherently what ends up happening. Is trauma and abuse, not only does it separate you from your emotions, it separates you from your psyche, it splits your mind into many different fragmented pieces. That's also what happens spiritually, where because certain things have happened, especially if someone is religious or spiritual or believes in God, because certain things have happened, people start to wonder, like, how could God allow something like this? How could the world possibly have any good when stuff like this is allowed to happen? I'm feeling like this is someone who's definitely innocent in all of this. Like somebody, I mean, nobody obviously deserves to be abused, but I feel like this isn't like somebody retaliating because somebody did anything. This is somebody who's literally trying to live their life and live it peacefully. And they're literally having to endure absolute, horrific, terrifying trauma. That's what I'm getting here. And so when somebody goes through certain abuses like that, is abuses even a word? I don't even know. But see how, like, I just started jumbling my words. That's side effects. Maybe that's what somebody is experiencing right now as a side effect. They're not able to get their words across clearly, and they think that they're bad at communicating, but really it's a fear of communicating incorrectly, quote unquote, because of how someone else has responded in the past. So going through stuff like that will leave someone feeling spiritually impoverished. So we got the Wheel here, which is just, this is the second day in a row we got the World and the Wheel coming out. The world is all about something completing, something coming to an end, something finally being done and over. I don't know why I'm really getting the feeling like somebody is coming to help someone, like someone is driving to get someone, or someone is driving away somewhere. But then with the Wheel, this represents cycles, the closing of a cycle, the beginning of a new cycle. It also represents karma. So one, the person who's doing all this may be receiving their karma, but two, the following card after that is the Sun card, which a lot of people say is the most beautiful card in the deck. It's very optimistic, very open, very, someone being exposed to good times, things being illuminated, somebody actually being able to feel joy and happiness and serenity and peace, even though it seems absolutely impossible in the situation that you're in. What was the first card? Don't believe everything you thought you had. We got literally the world, something coming to a close, Five of Pentacles in reverse, the hard times ending, you know? So it's like, you saw me pull all those cards. You can look it up yourself if you don't actually believe, you know? So it's like the negative thoughts are there for a reason because somebody put them there. You know, somebody didn't want someone to think that they'd be able to get out of something. Like I said about that person who they basically succumbed to the abuser because they don't see a way out of it. So in a way, it's almost like they themselves have become the abuser to others while still being abused, which is just a horrific fucking cycle to begin with. I mean, look at all these damn major arcana. It's like somebody's life is really about to take a turn for the better. I don't know why, it's just her finally. Like, finally, someone's life is really turning around here. But with the Chariot, you know, this is literally about success and triumph, you know, things moving forward. This could also represent someone who is strong-willed. And with this, I also get something about a car accident. Maybe somebody's abuser will get in a car accident. I don't know why that just popped in my head. But yeah, be careful if you're behind the wheel. But with the Chariot, you know, if this is describing a person, it's basically someone who's driven by their emotions. You know, somebody has a very clear direction about where they want to go, where they're heading, where they need to go. You know, and they also have very firm beliefs in their moral convictions. And also, you know, this person, whoever this is, they have a very strong moral compass. And that's what helps to guide their intuition, you know, because having a strong moral compass will make it easier to be able to distinguish from right and wrong, to be able to distinguish from this path or that path. And I feel like because someone has gone through all of this mess, I guess we can say, all this mess, it's really helped someone to instill a very specific moral compass to things they will and will not do to other people. I'm surprised we don't even see justice out here. But this is somebody who definitely likes to do right by people. Somebody who, you know, with the Sun card, they like to see people happy. I feel like this is someone, even though they're literally going through absolute trauma and distress at home, they do not give any indicator to people with this Sun card. Somebody still stays bubbly and childlike. You know, it's almost like that part of someone was never able to be destroyed, no matter how much has happened to them, no matter how much this abuser may have tried to strip that away from somebody. Yeah, Ten of Cups, happiness, success, fulfillment, family. Like I said, this could have to do with someone's family dynamic, not a spouse. But for other people, I feel like it might be a spouse. But I feel like this, I don't know, I feel like it has to do with a lot of women. But yeah, last but not least, we got Temperance. The Temperance literally is a peacekeeper. She's a police officer. This is Jodie from Supernatural. She's literally a police officer, the peacekeeper, keeper of the peace. Someone may actually be having to call law enforcement or getting law enforcement involved. Maybe once law enforcement is involved, yes, I just heard that little woo sound outside. But maybe once law enforcement gets involved, that's when things will change. Yeah, we got the Seven of Wands, somebody persevering through this. And like I was saying at the beginning, somebody really defending themselves. I feel like somebody here is actually like actively defending themselves. Even if it's not like physically defending yourself, someone here is learning different tactics for how they can stand up for themselves, how they can defend themselves, how they can receive the help and care they need. We got the Tower at the back of the deck. I mean, when I slip the deck, you know, so this is like a very shocking change for someone. I feel like this is a shocking change for the person that is doing the abuse. Like, I feel like this is a shocking change. Could also, yeah, relationship. Could have to do with relationship, or at least just someone in close connection to someone. This isn't just like at work, or, I mean, not to minimize, you know, because obviously we have bosses and people at work who can be fairly abusive, but I feel like this is someone who is in close proximity to someone. Yeah, Five of Swords. Somebody who's trying to win at all costs. Split the deck. Five of Swords. Didn't say that. But yeah, someone who's trying to win at all costs. But we have, with the Temperance, you know, this is someone's mind and their emotions finding an equilibrium. Like, this is someone who's very calm with dealing with issues. So either this is, you know, an outside person getting involved who has this very calm sense of justice, who has this very like calm presence when dealing with issues, or maybe this is a skill, it is a skill that someone has developed because of the trauma that they've endured. They're very calm, and look at that, like the Tower wanting to come out. I keep seeing the Five of Swords. But I feel like this is a mindset that someone has developed because of the trauma that they've gone through. Like, they're very good at, you know, when things are chaotic, you know, this person does not break down and cry. They don't break down and start screaming and sobbing. And, you know, not to say that anybody who does that, there's anything wrong with that. Obviously, you know, you can take as much as you can take. But for someone here, it's like, I feel like for some people it's been so long dealing with this that it's like you almost have no reaction to it anymore. Like, that part of you is closed off. Like, somebody can just sit back and kind of like dissociate from it. Yeah, Queen of Swords. Somebody may dissociate from it a little bit, become very cold and distant, not reacting to things. But there's something that is, wow. Yeah, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords. All right. With the Eight of Cups at the back. There's something that is changing. That's all I can say. Also, this is someone who's very good at multitasking. And somebody who realizes that having a calm approach to this type of situation yields better results rather than, you know, reacting on emotions, rather than reacting, you know, to everything that they're saying. Somebody's realizing that no matter what happens, it's best if they stay calm. Like, even when that person was getting pushed back, and no, I'm not advocating violence, I'm just describing what's going on. But even when someone was like pushing someone back and they're like falling from their seat, the person was very calm when they did it. Like, they weren't, you know, reactive. They weren't, you know, trying to freak the fuck out. It was just self-defense. 7 Wands here, self-defense. Somebody reacted. They pushed somebody back. They got them the fuck off of them. So, yeah, I just feel like somebody's just dealing with a freaking lot. Somebody here has a lot of self-control. Like, a lot of self-control because of the stuff that they've had to deal with. Someone may be getting inspired by something or feeling like this new sense of inspiration. Like, somebody may be having like some kind of new idea. We got the Ace of Swords also. You know, somebody may be having some kind of breakthrough, getting some kind of mental clarity about how to deal with the situation, about how to deal with someone, or how to walk away, actually. Yeah, somebody has some kind of breakthrough about how to get out of this situation. Like, somebody's having or will be receiving some kind of guidance, some kind of clarity, some kind of help, some kind of intuitive download about what it is they need to do to get themselves out of this situation, to get themselves unstuck. So that was very heavy reading, but that is why I'm here. So anyway, that's all I have for you. Definitely follow me on TikTok if you like more content. Thank you and goodbye.